Hey everybody, today I'm going to tell you my top 5 picks for cordless tools that came out in 2016. Specifically, everything I feature today will have came out this year, and they really stand out above the crowd with a combination of price, performance, and features. I took a look at everything we've tested, everything we saw at media events, and everything we've reviewed, as well as what's coming up for review, and I picked out the 5 best that I like the most. Now, I'd also like to know what you like the most. Do you agree with any of my picks? Or do you like a different tool more? Leave a comment below this video and tell people which tool you would pick out as being the best of 2016. In addition to that, tell people why you like it so much, because when they read your comments, it will help them make the best decision when they're researching tools. Starting out with number 5 is the Cobalt Brushless 24-volt max half-inch drill driver. Now, as you can see, this is a full-size drill. It has a half-inch all-metal ratcheting Jacobs chuck, as well as a removable side handle. Cobalt is sold exclusively at Lowe's, and what really makes this stand apart, not only because it does have extremely good features and power levels, the price is going to be very minimal. When we look at the price of this and we compare it to some premium units such as the M18 Fuel, this is going to be a lot cheaper and the performance will be very similar. In addition to that, Cobalt's warranty is coming in at 5 years on the tool, 3 years on the battery, and then their money-back guarantee if you don't like the Cobalt brushless tools is a 1-year, 100% money-back guarantee. You can literally buy this, use it for 364 days and decide it's not for you, take it back to Lowe's and they're going to give you all your money back. Another huge advantage of the Cobalt lineup will be the batteries, specifically how cheap they are. All 3 of these are on the shelf at Lowe's, and the retail price for the 4 amp hour pack is going to be $50. The 2 amp hour pack is only $20, and this 1.5 amp hour pack is only $10. To show you firsthand what the performance of the Cobalt will be, we're going to compare that to the Milwaukee M18 Fuel. This is a model 2703. It's got a 4 amp hour pack that is fully charged, and I have a 1-inch auger bit that we're going to be drilling into this 2x6 with. After I drill a hole with the Milwaukee, I'm going to take that bit, switch it over to the Cobalt, and drill a hole right next to it. Check out the speed and power, and both of these are going to be on speed or power mode 2, which is going to be a high speed but low torque mode. So the Milwaukee had no problem blasting through it in second gear, and also the Cobalt will be in second gear. It also has a 4 amp hour pack, and it's going to be fully charged. Number 4 is the Ingersoll Rand W5152 half-inch brushless compact impact wrench. This is part of their IQV20 series of tools. It's going to run off of any of the 20-volt battery packs, and it really has some features not seen on any other cordless impact wrenches. They really set this up with the mechanic in mind, and it also doubles as a work light. If we notice, it has a very bright LED light ring around the front. And if you put the trigger in the middle position, that actually will stay on for 20 minutes. You can be on the high setting, the medium setting, or the low setting, or if you want to turn it completely off, you can press the trigger again. To reactivate it, all you have to do is hit it one more time, and it really does a great job at lighting up what you're working on. It does not have any shadows unless you would have an extremely large socket on here, and really for everyday use it would be ideal. It is modeled after some air impact wrenches, and if we notice a similar feature here will be that large red dial with multiple settings. That is controlling your torque levels when you are in forward. However, when you switch this to reverse, no matter which setting you're in, it will apply max power. Now, it does have a variable speed trigger, so you can easily fine-tune that depending on what you're working on. But if you want to tighten something up, but you don't want to over-tighten it, because they do have 4 specific settings in forward, you can very easily do that. They have a hand tight mode, a wrench tight mode, as well as a mid torque and a max torque setting. Number 3 is the RIDGID Gen 5X 18-volt brushless dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. This is a very compact and lightweight unit using only one 18-volt battery pack in order to operate it. And because it is part of RIDGID's 18-volt lineup, whether you have a high capacity pack like this or a compact pack, they will power it exactly the same way. It is using a standard 7 1/4 inch circular saw blade, which is not only very cheap, it's also very efficient because the motor only has to spin that much mass versus, let's say, Milwaukee's new M18 version also using one battery, but it has a 10-inch blade. If you're doing cross cuts through 2x material, this can get more work done on just one charge because it doesn't have as much mass to spin, meaning the motor would be more efficient, allowing your battery pack to last a lot longer. The only other cordless 7¼ inch sliding compound miter saw currently on the market is the DeWalt VCS361. Now, I happen to like this unit a lot, however it does not have the same features as the RIDGID, with the RIDGID having an upgraded brushless motor versus DeWalt's brushed motor, which means you would get more work done per battery charge. Along with that, the RIDGID is actually dual beveling, meaning it can cut to the left as well as to the right up to 45 degrees. However, the DeWalt is only single bevel. It can cut to the left up to 45 degrees, but it's going to stop when it gets to the top position, and you cannot cut to the right. If you needed to make that cut, you would have to turn the board all the way around, and it really would be more efficient as far as productivity if you were using the RIDGID. And finally, because this is a RIDGID power tool, it does qualify for their lifetime service agreement. As long as you register it within 90 days of purchase, you will be covered. And that means you'll get free batteries, free parts, and free service for life. Number 2 is the Bosch Bulldog 36-volt rotary hammer. This takes SDS Plus bits. It's extremely powerful, and it has some very impressive run times. The kit actually includes the rotary hammer, 2 of their 36-volt 4-amp-hour high-capacity battery packs, as well as a rapid charger. If you're considering a cordless rotary hammer to replace your corded unit, and let's say you're drilling holes all day long, then 2 things you do want to keep in mind will be your run time as well as what your downtime is going to be. Now, both of these units would have excellent run times, and even though the 18-volt unit is going to be a lower voltage because it does have a 9-amp-hour pack, you can get a lot of work done in one charge. Now, the Bosch is not going to have a problem with downtime like an 18-volt unit would, specifically because the kit includes 2 of these battery packs, and the rapid charger can bring them back to a full charge in only 30 minutes. If you're drilling non-stop, you won't run out of power, and then when the battery dies, you'll have a fully charged one ready to go. But if we look at the 18-volt unit, downtime will be a big issue with this, specifically because this battery pack is going to get very hot, and when it's hot, it takes even longer to charge back up. The specific pack could take 3 to 4 hours depending on how hot it is. And if you only had 2 of those, that would amount to a considerable amount of downtime when you're using it. My favorite feature of the Bosch will be its anti-kickback control, specifically so it won't twist your wrist if, let's say, you hit a piece of rebar as you're drilling into a concrete patio or even a slab. Now, that's really important when you consider the fact that it's going to automatically kill power to the motor, stopping the chuck from turning. And you don't have to think about releasing the trigger as your arm's being twisted. Now, many times you get hurt on the job site, either twisting your wrist or maybe even breaking your wrist, but this is going to completely prevent that. To show you exactly how it operates, I'm going to hold it on the trigger and simulate hitting a piece of rebar. And as you can see, I didn't even make it a quarter of a turn. You see the LED light blinking, indicating that it was activated, and the trigger is still held in fully. Now, to reset that, all we would have to do is release the trigger, and then when we pull it back in, we can continue drilling. And my number 1 favorite cordless tool released in 2016 is the Hitachi Brushless Triple Hammer Impact Driver. This is a very compact and lightweight unit, and it has features not found on any other impact drivers on the market today. Most notably is the triple hammer mechanism, which is an upgrade over the standard double hammer design, meaning you'll get more impacts per minute, you'll have lower vibrations, and much faster speeds. The entire unit is also IP56 rated against dust and water, meaning if you leave it outside in a rainstorm or maybe in the back of your truck going down a dirt road, it's not going to damage the unit because the connections are sealed inside. Along with that, it does have their brand new 3-amp-hour compact battery pack. This holds as much energy as a standard 3-amp-hour pack, but the size is going to be much smaller and much more lightweight. That means that you won't have to sacrifice your run time for a lighter battery pack, and this will get a lot more work done than a standard compact unit. One of the most impressive things about the triple hammer is its speed. And let's say you're installing these 3-inch coated deck screws into pressure-treated lumber. Watch how fast it can actually install them. Now, you know if you're building a deck, this is a repetitive motion. However, this is going to be extremely fast, and you will be able to get a lot more work done on just one battery charge. So now you've seen my top 5 picks for my favorite cordless power tools released in 2016. Now I think all of these are standouts in each category and I would recommend any of them. And in fact, 4 out of the 5 of these I've done a full video review on. I'll leave a link in the video description so you can check those out. But more importantly, I'm interested in, do you agree with my picks or do you like something else even more? Leave a comment below this video and let everybody know what you would recommend as far as a cordless tool that came out this year and why you like it so much. Along with that, if you happen to have used any of these and you've had a good or a bad experience, tell people what that's been, because as they're doing tool research, your comment might really help them out. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.